Hi YouTube, I hope you're doing well. Having a cup of coffee with you, cheers. Been kind of a trying morning around here. Trying last night, but I just put on music so I wouldn't have to listen to anybody talk. It sort of avoids baloney. So I listened to some things and shared things that people might not have heard before over on my Facebook and enjoyed myself as much as I could. Had a nice conversation with my daughter in law this morning. They might be moving closer. And then did a video chat with my oldest granddaughter. And yeah, she's going through an awful lot. But yeah, she's doing well. Has some math she has to get done, some algebra, but she likes it, so that's a plus. And then I got to see my youngest granddaughter, and while her older sister was moving around, and yeah, they're good little girls. But anyway, so yeah, I just and my daughter-in-law and I were talking about people that would um be sexually aroused by anybody that you could give birth to. It's like I told her, when I think of younger people, I think of diapers. you know. Then she's the one who said, yeah, she figured if she could make it or put it on this earth, it was too young. I'm like, yeah, even 10 years is a stretch. So, yeah. But this morning I had somebody mention my son used to rock after he was sexually abused. He'd sit there like, and that's when you're um I move a lot. I am hyper, and I do a lot of exercising, so it's like really hard for me to hold still when your adrenaline is up. That's kind of who I am, hyper like that. But when people have been abused, sometimes they have physical anomalies like that. Um, it helps them keep control, the only control that they can keep in their scattered thoughts is that. And I had gotten emotional abuse help back then, but Doug brought it up this morning about like when my kid was rocking. I said, hey, if it makes you feel like a better human being to like bring that up and hurt me all the time with that, uh, there's something wrong there. He said, well, he didn't bring it up to hurt me. I said, well, then why did you say it? You know, we were talking about uh well, let me think exactly what that was. Just a minute, because it's pertaining to my subject today, and people that are narcissistic, like taking the heat off themselves. So, but yeah, I guess I can't recall just, and we might get interrupted, but I'll just carry on. That's a part of what is going on to stop me from doing my heart's desires in my life, like talking to other people and actually having a social life. But that's I like, okay, here's a for instance. I said, well, like my family was thinking about coming to visit me. Oh, they can stay in a motel. But when his family come up, I had to put up with their ugliness. But I have beautiful people wanting to come and visit. No, no, I'll get my own place. He said, you do that. And then it was something, and I don't know how it went into, oh, because um, abuse being passed on through generations and that type of thing. Um, I told Doug, you have no clue even what you're talking about. You've never had to experience anything like that, so you really don't have a say so, you know. But anyway, just kind of a trying morning because I'm not going to put my family in a motel room if they come to visit me. I want to spend time with them. You know, my granddaughter's like, "Oh, I wouldn't mind they have a pool," you know. Well, I feel the same way like that. Maybe well, I'll just get a room and have the pool, and then that would take care of that. That probably sounds more like a better plan anyway. So yeah. But it really does go back to there's way more abuse going on in our society, even if it's not foster or adopted. There's all kinds of abuses going on in this world that the retarded people are doing to the ones that aren't retarded. And we have to find ways to put an end to it, to expose it all. And that's why I'm talking about it freely. It's like, is it shameful? Is it hard? Yes, it is. Um, but by me just sitting here and not saying anything, and other people are going through similar things in the world, it's like, what good is it going to do any of us not to say anything? You're just supposed to go through all these things alone and never say that this is wrong, this is weird, this isn't natural, you know? So, because it is weird, you know? People that if you don't want to hurt somebody, you wouldn't keep saying something that was really from a time of turmoil constantly, like once a month or so. You wouldn't say these things knowing that it would rip another person's heart out. That's not rational thinking, you know. So, but I did have a surprise. I was telling my granddaughter that her dad had been abused when he was little, and that's why he rocked. And she said by his teacher, and I said no, by his dad. And she goes, I think I'm going to be sick. And I'm thinking at the same time, I didn't know about a teacher. So we both got kind of a shock, you know. But yeah, because she's going through a really, really lot and doesn't understand what her dad is going through. So I was trying to kind of I said, this isn't any excuse for any adult that hurts a child. I'm just letting you know through the generations what these people have done. I mean, he didn't touch his own daughter, but now he is being accused of leaving her with a friend of his that did do harm to her. So our lives are kind of upside down right now. And my other kid is in jail. It's drinking drugs, and the one I was talking to, the granddaughter, her dad also has a assault charge on him, I guess, too. It's just like these people can't seem to live without turmoil and fighting. It's like everything's like fight, fight, and argue, and it's extremely strange. And you really can't defend yourself in that type of situation. There is no defense because it's so um, uh, one-sided. It's not normal. You know, let's put it this way: if somebody um, has never been through that and could hurt somebody that's been through that, then they're the type of people that will do that. You know, and I've seen signs of inappropriate behavior out of the person I'm with towards younger people, not sexually so much as just within the language and structures of conversations and things things that I didn't really pick up on at first as abnormal, but because it's like the covert narcissist that is so slippery. And I was thinking, like, when they get aroused, slippery when wet, you know. So, and they are. And he falls in that category. I can't prove it, but just the things that I've witnessed and experienced in his lack of concern for kids, or even my feelings in them type of situations for that matter. So I'm not dissing on somebody because that's not what it is at all. I really could care less. It wouldn't even be a part of the conversation if it wasn't what's going on in the world with a lot of people right now. Otherwise, I wouldn't even be talking about it, you know. But and I thought twice, should I say something this morning to my granddaughter or not? And she's old enough. I mean, you know, uh, and she'd been abused herself twice. So I just wanted her to know why her father's head was all messed up, because when you have your manhood taken away from you by your own father when you're little, um, what chance do you really have of, well, anything called normal after that? It's pretty impossible. So, um, yeah, makes me sick too. So I didn't do it to break her heart or anything, and I had considered telling her like last year or even a couple years ago, and I thought, nah, she's just not ready yet. And I don't know if anybody's ever ready to hear anything like that, but I think that former generations should inform the next generations, and what's in your family history is everybody's business. If she were to get married, everything would be her spouse's business also from there on out, especially if they have children, you know. So I don't know if my daughter in law considered this, and it's a good thing she loved me, but there's parts of me that are in them little girls. So, yeah, I think she loves them because she loves me too. And they're part of her and her mother and father and whatnot. But, it's just things that people don't always think about when they get in situations. Did I? Yeah. I thought I was marrying into a similar family structure than what I had come from. And I was right. The only thing that I didn't realize was the depth of the social diseases that these people carried, not just the physical social diseases, but mainly the mental ones. So, yeah. So, anyway, yeah, today isn't a very good day. I have been checking what times some kiddies come out and play. One time it seems now a couple days in a row it's been about 10 o'clock in the morning. So, but see, they're wild, and I haven't even been out with them ones as much as I was with the grandmother because of her broken leg. I had to go out and tame her and all that. So right now, and frankly, I really haven't had all that much time to go out and do, like, I had gardening and stuff I wanted to do. But when people come home just all sloppy and stupid and disruptive, it just like screws my whole world up. That's what people try to do too before I want to make a video. It's like, oh yeah, upset her so she's not in a good mood, so she can't be presentable in the light that she wants to be in. That's what they do. They rob you of your light, or they try to. It's not extinguished, but I'm, um, Crabby, no. Pissed, yeah. And there's a lot of people will turn the other cheek or take it, or God's gonna be your vengeance. And yeah, yeah, up to a point, you know, up to a point. Yeah, you'll take so much, you will. You get about 60, and then you'll think, why didn't I slap the shit out of that thing when I had the energy? No, I'm just kidding. I have the energy. Anyway, I don't know what type of topics everybody likes to talk about, or what you would want to hear, or who is listening, or why. But I'm assuming that there's people out there that are going through some like crazy things in your life, that nothing logical in your mind, and the desires of your heart for the peace that you desire, like where is it? Can I just see maybe one solid year? If I had one solid month of peace with nothing weird, I don't know what I'd think. I really don't. I've never even had a few solid days, let alone a whole month of niceness. I mean, sure, you're going to run into the occasional jerk, but not an everyday onslaught of total retardation. It's like, it's unbearable, you know? Talk about gang stalking. I'm not going to sit there and give them kudos, good job, I admire you. No, I fucking hate your guts, and I'm going to do everything I can to stop you, you fucking creeps. You know, try to kill everybody I love, and people that live with and around people like that. It's like, what, we're supposed to just be happy and say, give me some more, that didn't hurt bad enough. Nah, that's not going to happen. So yeah, well, I expect a little bit of noise coming up here. I'll light a cigarette and think of where else I was going with that. But it really is, if you imagine what's going on in whole families, you can imagine what's going on in ones that are constructed by the state, you know? So that just by itself is, even in, like I say, regular families, we all know somebody that is sexually, emotionally unbalanced. And a lot of times those are adults, and they use these little sayings like, I'll never grow up, or like grandmothers calling themselves queenagers instead of teenagers, and um, boys will be, or men will be men, and boys will be boys, and the only difference is like the price of their toys. That's ridiculous, you know, really. These things people say in the society we live in. What a bunch of infants. It's like, could I please have an adult to talk to here? Somebody that realizes the retardation of the whole situation. It's like, yeah, be sexually active, have your fun, dress cute, do what you gotta do, shine your sunshine young light, do your thing. But don't pass off a weird ass vibe of being like a half a century old and acting like you're 17. That just is not going to cut it. This world's got to grow up for real. It's sickening. It's entirely sickening. No self control, no integrity, you know. Morals are like not just lacking, they're just totally absent. And not just in my life, I'm talking everywhere I look. It's like, what is this? Who are they? And why are they? You know? No. I got one thing to say. Satan thought he could do it better by doing things backwards. Well, regression isn't for everybody, and I'm not in the game. I'm not going for it. It's not something that I look at and think, wow, like if I see a woman my age dressing like a 20-year-old, it's like, I do not want to be with you, like you. Even when I was like 50 or whatever, and see, scuzz is a scuzz. What the hell ever. I got this one. Here's a for instance. I'm naming names here. I saw like Global Witness and his wife or ex-wife Malia had on this shirt. I have the same shirt. It's a black kind of sort of like a satin, and it's got the slits here. And it's pretty. It's not appropriate with my shoulders being bare like that. Would not be appropriate if I was preaching the word of God. Well, this is my opinion. This is how I feel. That is not appropriate attire, looking like I belong to Satan while I'm trying to teach the word of God. It's just like, and they both got these all black, and I gotta say, and I will say, and I'll say it. He does dress a little snappier than her, and had a jacket on over and with a black hat, and his black jacket was more like a military style dress jean jacket type thing. Made him actually look more dressed up than she did, and more um yeah, I just think he's got a little more. It might be because Christ went into his heart sooner or whatever. But and here I'm going to say it again too. She knows that the feminine energy that I carry a lot of, the Holy Spirit divine divided, as in having offsprings, is carried by a woman, and she's claiming to be. And I heard her say that, and I know it's me. So you know what? I don't like her. I borderline fucking hate her guts, but I'm not gonna hate on her like that. Like, wish her, curse her, or hate her. Like, I just don't watch her. So if I see somebody's, and maybe they don't like her either, I have no clue. Or maybe they do, or maybe they think that she's gonna be okay someday. If people think that Satan babies grow out of this shit, that's okay. You can think whatever you want, but adults act like adults, and hoes act like hoes, and that's the way it is. Now, I'm not saying if you wear a black shirt with slits in it that you're a hoe. I'm just saying maybe just if you're having a glass of wine and a candlelight dinner with your honey at night or something, that would be the time to wear something like that. It's not a Sunday go to church meeting type of, you know, um, it's the way it is. I don't have to second guess my words. What I'm saying and laying down here are the facts. You know, there's some that do and some that don't, and I don't do the ones that don't. And I understand if somebody wants to follow, like I have ones that I would say are walking more on the dark side, and I'll watch them, maybe for various reasons. Like, for one thing, if they're watching me and they're doing videos or talking about something I already just talked about, or taking something off of my Facebook and putting it up here, I'll see why and what they're maybe, and then I might say something about it the next day by way of maybe not okaying it or whatever, my feelings on that. So, but yeah. Anyway, when people take what when I know that they're affiliated with the Dark Cabal and they're playing games, and my friends are helping them play games, I have to stop and ask myself why. because you're surely not showing me who they are. I know who they are, you know. Now, if you know too, that's good. Have fun trying to train a jackass to be a horse. So maybe the next time around, they'll be a horse, but right now, they're jackasses. And I'm not pretending they're not. And I just don't watch the shit. That's all. Um, there's titles that will get me to click on what they're saying, and then I'll say how I feel, and people can condemn me or take it for what it's worth. But when I see people and I can hear their brains like, love me, my spouse don't love me, but I want you to love me, and they're both sitting next to each other, and it's in like a group of people, and they're trying to say they're presenting themselves as this couple like Christ and his bride. Oh, give me a break and go fuck yourself, because if people don't honor the first marriage that actually was, and these fucking Masons know that shit, I'm not gonna wish you well. I already cursed your ass. Look how stupid you are. So anyway, there, I said that too. So yeah, you can tell what kind of mood I'm in, I guess, right? Anyway, yeah, I had a lot on my mind. Thank you for letting me air all that. Oh, that's funny. I heard somebody call Robin's Hood Gemini because he was born yesterday. Happy belated birthday, little bro, if you see this. He wanted people to curse his birthday. Well, on this planet, for real. Not the real birthday that God gives us. So I won't do that. So I said it belated. That's good enough, because um this is somebody who never even bothered if I had a birthday, let alone tell me happy birthday. So it's like, yeah, whatever. But anyway, calling him a double-minded Gemini, and he's a Cancer, and said that he was a fire sign, and he's a water sign. It's just like Aquarian. That's not a water sign. That's an air sign. That's the principalities of the air. That's why some of you can hear me out there, because that's who I am. You know, that's how I roll. When I'm not on here, my brain's busy. I'm working. you know, that's a fact too. I used to do a whole lot more. Um, I'm semi-retired, and there's an apprentice that's struggling because this is a really mixed up world. But apprentices, I should say, the next generation, um, just like I was taught. Even maybe even better, because there's more of you now than there was back in my day. It was very select few that were working for God and battling demons right up in their faces, and that's some really mighty stuff, you know. So I'm mighty. Even get on a bus and go find somebody and kick their ass. There's somebody that needs that real bad today. In fact, I could just walk out the door and do that. Some days, yeah. God help me. God help my friends that are going through the same thing. And, you can say what you want. You may not think 10, 15, 20 years more of being abused would make it. You'll think, well, 40 or 50, I can handle this. She's just being a big baby. So give it time. I was kind of chill till I was about 40. No, well, 34. Then I was chilled till I about 40 and went through it again. Like, I hate this shit. Then when I was about 50, I was kind of chill again. It's like, yeah, they're going to do what they do, and I'll just do what I do. Then 60 hit. Well, 55. Yeah, it was okay. 60. I'm like, you know what? I'm really sick of these motherfuckers, and I'm going to start actually doing something about it. So there you go. And that's where I'm at right now. For, and I prayed about it. I've been asking God, hey, if you don't want me to be mean, just let me know. But you know what? I passed around a t-shirt joke today that was a meme, and it said, um, if you think I'm mean now, just wait till I don't like you. So, yeah, that kind of says it all because it is true. Am I vengeful? Yeah, I think I am. I really think I am. Do I think I'm God? No, I am not the Almighty. Do I have permission to do anything? Not anything, but I have some rights, and I'm going to exercise those rights because I know I'm right about it. So if somebody's treating you like shit, just tell them where to get off and what stick to sit on and where to sit on it. It's like, and one more thing before we part today, my friends. I understand that Justice Kavanaugh, or no, Clarence Thomas, that's who it is, was thinking about wanting to reverse same sex marriage. And their big deal was because, like, the benefits that people that are married get that they wouldn't get. And everybody's like, a piece of paper doesn't mean anything. Okay, well, then just take all the pieces of paper away from everybody. Take all the benefits any married people get and any gay people get, and keep your perverted shit away from the children, and we don't care. How's that? I don't care what anybody does. I don't want to see it. And I don't want my offspring to see it. As a matter of fact, a whole family is moving where they can be alone just to get away from this retarded shit. What does that tell you? And that's how normal families react with this. Is not cool, you know? So, anyway, everybody, thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed my rambling or not rambling, my innermost feelings. And I'll talk to you soon. Got anything? Good words, just a hello. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining me. I'll talk to you soon. God bless your night or day wherever you're at.